First of all, who are you?
So, Jerzy Latka or Jerzy Łądka, I'm an assistant professor and also architect from Wrocław, Poland. I'm dealing with paper as a building material, also with temporary, socially oriented and emergency architecture.
Cool. And what are we looking at here today?
This is the prototype of the transportable emergency cardboard house, which is our sixth edition of the research project we run at the Wrocław University of Science and Technology. And we are trying to use cardboard as a main building material. So you can see here that the main structure, which is a frame structure, is made of paper tubes. Those are filled with the cellulose fibers as an extra thermal insulation layer. Then we have corrugated cardboard as a main insulation layer. And this element is a prefab building component that can be mounted to the others to create the whole house. Little house, about 35 meters square building area, built up area. And this is one of our results of the research project, which lasted for 4 years. And we did it within the group of people from architecture, civil engineering, building physics, acoustic engineering, chemical engineering. So thanks to that, we search or research the paper as a building material from different points of view, different scopes, different angles, to know how we can implement this, you would say, not very officially under recognized building material into architectural structures.
Great. And what about the readiness level?
Well, the readiness level here is about 8. So we are this year we will build the full-scale prototype usable house, and it's actually ready to be placed on the market. We are now searching for the companies that would like to cooperate with us. And as I mentioned, this is the research project, but the goal of that is not to just produce articles, but also to implement such a house on the market as a weekend house, social house, or even emergency shelter.
And how has this prototype changed through time? Is this the first prototype? Is this far along the line?
Yeah, well, the whole project started years ago. It was 2014 when we built the first prototype, and it was very simple element of the wall. Then we developed it further using different products, different materials available on the market. Because what we use, we try to adapt what is currently available on the market, produced by paper industry. So in that sense, we try to adapt our ideas into what the market proposes. And this is the 6th edition, so we did a lot of changes from small elements to the huge panels to mixed structure, and this is the one which meets all the regulations according to the European building law. So it has sufficient thermal insulation, acoustic properties, as well as structural strength.
Cool. And then the last one, what can you say about the sustainability of the prototype?
Yeah, most of the materials used here, cellulose fibers, paper tubes, corrugated cardboard, all these materials are already recycled, and they can be recycled afterwards. Of course, we need some materials to protect against the water and moisture, like the fabric or EPDM. However, the rest of the materials, especially those which are composed of cellulose fibers, are recycled and can be recycled in the future. It is said that paper can be recycled up to 7 times, but actually there is no limit. So maybe from this house we can make a book, from which in the future we can make a tissue, from which in the future we can make an envelope, and so on and so on.
Cool. Very fun. I think we're done.
Thank you.